there in the middle. So it's just exchanged. And here comes Owner once again. Elam is seen. He's going to look to try to collapse here.
Yeah, when comes Lightning, going to come through, lands onto Carrier. Is now Elam going to be forced to flash, get himself out of there, but Owner just flags, drags, gets himself straight in there for first blood. And Kwangdong Freaks, nothing that they can do to answer it, just a bit out of position. And didn't want to waste the flash, did Elam, as now Kumushi in a bit of trouble.
Jungle early, but is able to capitalize finally as the binding lands.
Yeah, Peacemaker comes through and pop goes the Carrier. Like a handshake throughout a lot of it. You can see like both teams seem like absolutely everything's fine. Like this is how we're supposed to do it, as the Carrier has to soak that ult. As Owner now looking to try and get out of there. LM not going to be trifled with at this point in time. Hoyt could be in trouble here though, as the Ignite goes down. The last auto comes through and there's the flashback. I don't know what that was.
The exchange is well worth it. And they have full vision control now over the river. This is going to force a rotation over here from Fate. And T1, I mean, it looks like they're just going to let this go.
Oh, no! To keep him hungry, I guess, if I was an apologist.
He has flash and heal.
Yeah, now let's see whether he's actually going to be able to survive. The answer is absolutely not, as Hoyt picks up the kill.
Of their squad, though, so they do back away. And they're even zoned out of really, like, experience here for the most part. We're going to see Elam walk in. They go for this spot. Again, you've got to be so careful. What are you doing?
Yep, just
like
exploding.
What?
That's exactly what's happening. Sometimes you take a bubble and it just doesn't make you feel all that good. Hoyt is going to find the light binding, but otherwise nothing really going to work out. And Elam, yeah, there was no way that he could even crescent guard his way out of that one. Yeah, we already spoke about it. The Ezreal-Zoe combo at these items certainly is just a force to be reckoned with. So it's a scary time. Kwangdong Freaks and Teddy not exactly feeling all that comfortable right now. Only 2 items and some boots and things like that. As the binding is going to connect. Owner able to flag and drag his way out as Keen on the flank. Looks for Zeus. Owner takes a lot of damage. Elam as well getting poked over the wall. And this is the danger into the T1 comp. All of a sudden, one of your members may just pop. Yep. Doesn't happen just yet, but Elam can't go in anymore. And Zeus is a brick wall.
He is basically a brick wall. Now he's chasing.
Oh no, now he's a lion! Looking for Fate, and he should just pop. He does. Fake is going to be able to pick up that one. He's got himself a Gale Force now as well, and it looks like they'll be able to augment this with a turret. Beautiful execution.
Just play weak side.
Oh yeah, he's just got so much utility.
Look at his items too.
Well, Carrier is most likely dead. That knock-up in the middle of the blast cone, absolutely beautiful, but unnecessary, as Kwangdong Freaks are going to be able to lock him down.
They can collapse on him. There's the sleep.
Yeah.
How do you live through this one?
Well, let's see. I think the answer might be you don't, but he's going to see what he can do.
I mean, that's most of his health bar gone, so this fight is essentially over before it starts.
Well, Needlework does come out. Faker takes half of his health bar, but I think you might be right. It's getting a little bit too dangerous. Wow, that almost sniped Teddy. Faker's really got his eye in today.
Oh man, look at the damage.
Yeah, Keen almost walked into it. That is the flash forward. Fate gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way. The most valuable flash on Kwangdong Freaks right now is on cooldown. I mean, and they are not allowed anywhere near this dragon.
It's a sick play to grab the Gwen early. So how does he ever get stopped? He can CC whenever he wants. He can be where he wants with impunity. And Kwangdong have no vision here. They're just grasping at straws.
Yeah, teleport going to come on forward as now Kwangdong Freaks desperate to try and make this at least a 50-50. Keen going to dash on forward. Zeus taking a fair bit of damage. I have a feeling that Keen might be immune, but they do wait for the mist to wear off. Keen can dash himself away as Kwangdong have found themselves into relatively decent position, but it is going to be secured by T1. Now can they win themselves the fight is going to be the question as Keen just dashes his way out. And Kwangdong Freaks say, well, I guess we just can't engage against these guys.
And now you got to be careful because they're all getting sped up here. They got the heals from that Ocean Soul.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a pick potentially. Yep, Zeus is going to go down. True Shot Barrage. Oh my god, that value was absurd. Teddy's still alive though, and it's going to bait Owner further in. So much damage, but it's T1 that lose their jungler. Keen now flashing forward, but Elam once again going to fall down. Keen dashing to get himself out of the way, and he does have a lot of movement speed, so he'll be all right. It's a 1 for 2 so far, but you can see T1 with their Baron buff is still continuing to push forward.
They're putting that pressure on. I mean, they have on their side an incredibly fed Ezreal at this point who's so difficult to kill. And so why not push forward? You got the range, you got the poke, and that was the best case scenario, I think, for Kwangdong actually in that last exchange. Like, the Freaks are able to pull it off, but are there really any winners here? T1 will have enough time to reset and contest this Elder Drake.
I mean, yes, there were winners here, Wolf. It was T1. They got themselves a Baron. They've had every single neutral objective on the map this game.
Yeah, it has really just been an outclassing. And yes, Elam is trying to get in here and look for this smite, but he's pushed out by the cask. And so you're just zoned out of smite range here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then T1 are very happy to continue to chase. As another true shot's going to land onto the Lux. Almost gets a double.
Yeah, what the heck are these true shot barrages? It's just insane. This one,
that was
probably the best I've ever seen. However, not exactly going to work out for T1 outside of getting that one pick onto Ellen. As we can see.
Yeah, this was a little bit overzealous, but they still have, obviously, the health bar advantages here, and there's no support. You know, Hoyt is playing Lux. There's no support to try to turn it slow and actually flip that fight around.
Yep. Kwangdong Freaks. They can't lose this Elder Drake. If there's a neutral that you definitely need to contest, it's this one.
Especially with this pick comp for T1, you die even faster if that's believable.
Yeah. Well, Faker looks for the bubble, doesn't find it. That's crucial for Kwangdong Freaks right now, as the Elder has been enraged. Thankfully, the Rift Scuttler is there for Kwangdong Freaks.
Yeah, that's actually pretty massive for them. It's going to allow them to outplay some of these shots.
Oh, another True Shot Barrage is going to land onto two. Both of the carries for Kwangdong Freaks. I don't understand. Kumiyushi's just ridiculous at landing these.
That Trouble Bubble helps zone here quite a bit, but there's still an opportunity for Kwangdong to engage with Keen. He's got a nice flank angle here. He is seen. He's got to go for it.
Yeah, Blastcone comes on over, looking for some damage onto Zeus, but Zeus doesn't really know how to take damage at this point in the game. I think that Keen just hit him with a snip, but it just didn't really do too much, as T1 looking like they are immortal. They've got this Ocean Soul. They've got all of the shields from Carrier as well, as Owner almost explodes. Does go down towards his stopwatch, as 2,000 health. But it's going to reset the Elder Drake. Oh no, now LM caught in the back of the pit. Has to throw down the Crescent Guard, looks to get out of there as Zeus throws through the ultimate, doesn't do too much as, oh my god, Teddy's starting to rip them apart, but no, the Elder Drake is going to be secured, and now it's Gumiyushi's time to shine. Grabs himself one, and oh god, this dragon is tearing them apart. T1 will now take this one to the bank and win game one.
T1 were on the back foot at the start of this fight, and then they also ended up losing a lot of control over the space around the Drake. They had, you know, several of their players were extremely low, especially Owner, who went down to like 1/5 health at one moment there, and yet they're still able to masterfully bring it back. The Drake resets, they're able to walk it back and force that back line away. The DPSs of Kwangdong taken out here, and T1, great in the macro, great in team fighting here across the board. This is what you want to see from one of our top 3 teams in the LCK.
Absolutely, the Nexus will be taken down, and as it goes down,